Everyone knows the Titanic struck an iceberg. But what if I told you the iceberg wasn't the only reason over 1,500 people died that freezing April night? A series of warnings were ignored, critical mistakes were made, and one decision after another turned what could have been an accident into one of history's greatest disasters. Here's what really happened. When Titanic left Southampton on April 10, 1912, it wasn't just another ship. It was the largest moving object ever built by humans. Stretching nearly 900 feet long and weighing over 46,000 tons, it was considered a masterpiece of engineering. Many newspapers even called it unsinkable. Although the shipping company never officially claimed it could never sink, the public believed it. Passengers from the richest millionaires to hopeful immigrants trusted they were aboard the safest ship ever built. But confidence can become overconfidence. As Titanic crossed the North Atlantic, other ships repeatedly radioed warnings. Ice fields, pack ice, large icebergs. Several warnings reached the bridge. Others never did. One important message was delayed because radio operators were overwhelmed sending passenger telegrams. Despite all the warnings, Titanic continued traveling around 22 knots, nearly full speed. Captain Edward Smith hoped to arrive early in New York. The weather was calm. The sea looked smooth. Ironically, that made icebergs harder to spot because there were no waves breaking against them. At 11:40 p.m., the lookout finally spotted the iceberg. "Iceberg, right ahead!" The crew had less than 40 seconds to react. The ship turned sharply, but it was too late. Instead of a massive head-on collision, the iceberg scraped along the starboard side. At first, many passengers barely noticed. But beneath the waterline, steel plates buckled, rivets popped. 6 compartments began flooding. Titanic was designed to survive 4 flooded compartments. 6 meant there was no saving her. Here's where the real tragedy begins. Titanic carried lifeboats for only about half the people aboard. Not because there wasn't room, because maritime regulations at the time were outdated. Many lifeboats left only half full. Crew members feared lowering overloaded boats. Some passengers refused to leave the warm, brightly lit ship because they couldn't believe it was actually sinking. Within 2 hours and 40 minutes, the bow disappeared beneath the Atlantic. The ship split apart. Then the stern rose into the air before slipping beneath the freezing ocean. The water temperature was about 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Most victims died from hypothermia within minutes. Over 1,500 people lost their lives. Only around 700 survived. The disaster changed maritime law forever. Ships were required to carry enough lifeboats for everyone. Continuous radio watches became mandatory. International ice patrols were established to monitor dangerous icebergs. The Titanic's legacy saved countless future lives. So, did the iceberg sink Titanic? Yes, but the real disaster was a chain of human decisions. Ignored warnings, overconfidence, too few lifeboats, and precious minutes lost when every second mattered. Sometimes history isn't shaped by one mistake. It's shaped by many small ones happening at exactly the wrong time. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more 1-minute and documentary-style history videos every week.